My fish fam! We're back to modern. I win the Lord of the Rings metagame. What is in modern that Lord of the Rings has disrupted? I have no idea. Probably Orcish Bowmasters. I'm not changing my deck out by any, like, barely anything. Probably Silvergill Adapt is going to have the same portions as usual, and if I'm against a Bowmaster deck, I probably will just side the stupid thing out. If Mistcaller is too much of a liability, if we could move to, what's it called, the Dockhand, probably it's not even that big of a deal. If I'm against a Bowmaster deck, I just bring in Harbinger Subtlety. Harbinger's going to be good versus Bowmaster, by the way. They make that stupid Orc token. It's one big creature. Well, it starts off as a small one. We just bounce it back to their hand. So probably in Modern, we're pretty well protected. I mean, we'll get a little hit by that Hex Catcher, but that's okay. Other than that, we got the tools, I think, to defeat all the Lord of the Rings cards. All right, let's go get into Modern League. Stretch my legs into Modern here. Limited to constructed is a good line. Absolutely. You can take it from me. You can even say it was your own. It's copyright free line. I'm so addicted to smoothies these days. Protein smoothies. Basically gobbling them up like crazy. At least like one a day. Basically two smooth. Well, I wouldn't say I have two. I have like one Frappuccino a day and one smoothie. You won the die roll. Would you like to play first? Yes. Who doesn't like to go first? I have a hand of cards, spells, and a curve. And it looks great. Be careful about the powder. What do you mean careful? Oh, I have good powder. I pay for some good stuff from Costco. It's using like stevia extract as my sweetener instead of some weird scientifically designed crap. Huh? Oh, whatever. Hold on. Yeah. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Yeah, gotta move it to the left a bit. That's what we got my brother here. You know, I don't know, a long time ago, sometimes, especially if you're not here, you know, it would just be like that for a long time. No, I think it was like when, no, before I was streaming, it was like that. I could look, oh my god, I spent an entire game or match looking at the chat the entire time. Really? You didn't like my Mistcaller that much? Fine. Projecting much? Okay, let's say this is creativity. Does holding Trickster do anything? Probably not. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Trickster, Lord of Atlantis, and attack for the most that I can. I think. Oh, probably scam? Oh, maybe, yeah, that's possible. That makes more sense. Okay, so this is not great. How does this work? I lose everything. Well, I don't lose the Trickster, I guess. I just have to make sure that I play something. Because even if... It'd be nice to do this in response to, what, Undying something was the card called. I don't remember the names of any of these cards anymore. Like, if they played their Undying card first, then I could Trickster it, remove the ability, and then it just goes away and doesn't come back. You took my Dismember, how dare you. Dismember, Mutavolt's gonna be great here. See, Undying Malice, that's what it was Undying something. So now it just gained an ability. But if I could Trickster after that was played, which they didn't let me do, I didn't have two Tricksters in my hand. So I'm going to take my Lord of Atlantis. Alright, it's a race. The race is afoot. Who said that? I want to say it's Sherlock Holmes or something, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Of course, you draw the brick. You draw the brick after they strip you of all your good cards. That's what happens too. Mason said, stay away from sucralose. Yeah, no sucralose in here, nothing. And only because there was like this weight training guy that's like, sucralose will kill you. Don't you put that poison in your body. That hasn't been verified by anybody and everyone's selling it. And I'm like, okay, buddy. You know what? I don't know anything about any of this stuff. I'm just gonna trust you. What BS is this? Whatever. Typical scam. It harms your DNA? Come on, everything harms your DNA. This matchup is a lie. Yeah, so scam is a sort of a crappy matchup to be involved in. It's not a bad matchup. It's not a good matchup. And so much is going to depend on the opponent, like what their hand is and how the hand plays out. Like, if I just rattled off 2 creatures, probably we're still in okay shape. But we're definitely not in good shape the way this game is playing out. Our hand was good. We had the Mistcaller. We had Dismember for, like, Ragavan. We did have everything. But could not deploy it in time. I just stopped eating it and all of my IBD or irritable bowel symptoms went away. Well, you might have been just intolerant to that stuff. Didn't you read the hidden text of grief? Conjure 2 lands to the top. Yeah, conjure 2 lands to the top of my opponent, to my deck. Alright, Hexcatcher is not terrible. I guess I just want to play this. Maximize damage. I guess I could have done nothing. No, I can't do nothing. I have to maximize damage. I'll probably block Ragavan. Then I need to find some way to deal with grief along the way. But the point is, my opponent got 2 free turns. So I just didn't do anything. Therefore, this matchup does have a lot to do with maximizing your top decks. Okie dokie.
Brutal.
I'm gonna hard cast that one, huh?
Didn't see it coming.
I didn't need to. Alright, so we want to... subtlety is, like, awkward, but okay. I'll come around to Silvergill Adept in this matchup. Like Spreading Seas. Like Harbinger a lot. Don't like Ether Vial. Don't like Tide Shaper, because it just dies. Don't like Force Negation. Alright, so we'll take out all the Force Negations, bring in some subtleties. Yeah, that works out pretty well. Yep. I think Scam is pretty even, but some games are just... I mean, like, the game, it just really doesn't come down... We have no agency, I would say. That's probably how it is with a... Like, if you probably play Scam, you probably just don't feel like you have an edge versus anything. Just the way the game... It's like sometimes you blow out your opponent, sometimes you don't. Sort of reminds me of Bogles at one point. Sometimes it's like a 50-50 matchup. They just implode on themselves, or they have everything and they destroy you.
Implode like that submarine.
Yeah, like this. I will keep all of this. I guess I'll dump the Hexcatcher. It's the most vulnerable. I need the blue sources. I need the Mutavault. What made you such a fan of Merfolk? I love blue decks. Can't say I loved creature-based decks or anything like that, but I like blue decks, especially mono blue. And I found that this deck was very competitive. Well, if I play Silvergill Adapt and my opponent plays Grief and Undying's it, I'm gonna want... I'll play Lord. I want the Mutavault in play so I can attack next turn. Remember, we removed Ether Vial for threat density. Now it's now I could look at this at this point. I could look at Otawara like it's a bounce land, not like a regular land, because I'm most certainly gonna play this island and bounce something with Otawara. Yeah, there we go. Lose everything. Silvergill is such a dope card. It's like okay though, because it gets picked off easily by Fury. Grief.
This deck is so stupid.
Alright, stop top decking lands. I kept 3 lands, damn it. I guess it's okay. In that, I might do nothing with this Mutavault, just in fear of a Lightning Bolt or Fury. Just wait 1 turn so I could swing the tide. I could really use the land anyway to eventually get to Ottawara. So this is a turn that they could put a lot of pressure on me. Okay. Damn. Oh, they get a subtlety from me. So I can end of turn bounce Grief and basically play anything from my hand there on out. I am ahead on life. Like, I'm gonna attack for 2 here. Yeah, whatever.
That's modern.
No, that's scam. That's not modern. That is scam. That's what scam does. I wonder if they're playing with Bowmasters. Merfolk player runs 20 lands. Also, Merfolk keeps top decking lands. I'm not, you know, I don't mind top decking some lands, but yeah, this is a bit much. Did I do anything last turn? No, I did nothing because I had the subtlety. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So we'll bounce the Grief. Hopefully that's a tempo move. Attack for 4. I need to top deck something. Like, this is a clock. I'm gonna go to 13. This is like... it's like a 2-turn clock, because they'll attack me for 6. If they play land, they play Grief. Now, you could still have removal in hand, by the way. That is not good. Not in love with that. My life total is low as it is. I'm probably gonna have to hit this thing. Hold on, do both of them have access to the subtlety? I don't know. What do they know? Do they know about this island? I think they know about the island. I'll play the island. Would have really liked to have a lord there. Who knows? Maybe they'll play Grief and... like, fetch, play Grief, and I can top deck lord and win. That is bad news. Now it's very hard to attack through.
GG.
Well, we're gonna get hit for basically 3 from one of these anyway. So we want to go Spreading Seas into Lord of Atlantis and hope they don't have nothing?
That would be pretty sweet. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Subtlety would be really nice now. So hitting the subtlety sucked.
It's pretty...
So that can get rid of the Void Walker. I guess we just pass. Maybe hope my opponent gets greedy with elemental tokens. I mean, ideal is ideal outcome is they attack with Voidwalker, 2 elementals. We Trickster, Voidwalker, block with Silver Gilded up, eat up the tokens with Mutavault and Trickster.
Nope.
Okay, well, there goes one of those plans. The good news, this game will be over quickly.
Huh. What does he know?
Nothing. I'll let them decide. Whoops. No, 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 no. Untap. Undo. if they have a removal spell, they'll kill the creature that blocks, so I have to double block. Well, we still alive. Like, we don't die. And I actually prefer the Trickster on the board because the Mutavault is mana intensive. So now I could go like Spreading Seas into Lord and get something going. Subtlety. It's probably my best.
Ugh.
This is not a good card at this moment. Alright, just pass. Putting in a castle. Yes, draw all the cards you want. Take 2 damage. What do they have in their hand? Fury? Maybe Fury. Or maybe not. Oh, maybe just a bunch of lands. They just can't empty their hand. Well, what to do? If I dismember, they can bring this thing back, put a bunch of elementals, so I guess we're just gonna block. Hope they don't have bolt. Hope to draw a creature to, like, block this thing. Yeah, well, they had everything, and we couldn't play anything on curve because our hand was wiped out. We were playing off the top of our deck, and our deck gave us garbage. Alright, moving on. Yeah, the bolt plan.
What if you would block the Pyromancer instead?
Well, I can't win. If I block the Pyromancer, I definitely play around bolt, but then I have nothing on the board.
Oh, I left her out.
It's not even her. Or maybe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let her in. Well, I didn't see her, like, yell.
Right, door's open.
Get her, just grab her. Alright, going on to round 2. It's always terrible for the video to lose the first round, but you know, it was fast and painless. How long have we been live? Oh, we've been live for a long time. How long has this video been going on? 17 minutes. 3 minutes eating up on the deck tech. Yeah, we were doomed either way. The most important thing is to just maximize your top decks in the scam match. That's basically it. So that after your hand is empty, which happened both times, you just try to play what you top deck, and you can compete with them. Unfortunately, I couldn't play what I top deck. It was either lands or subtleties. I won the die roll. I would love to play first. Hand looks great. Keep. It's a very balanced hand. What would it take to have Mox Opal unbanned? Nothing. It's just straight banned for forever. People just didn't appreciate that it was literally a Mox. There is no chance it ever gets unbanned, ever. I mean, unless you give, like, specifically a Mox Opal to every other deck. They were playing with vintage it's like that's how you have to think about it. They were playing with a vintage power level card, and arguably better than Mox Sapphire, like better than Sapphire, Ruby, Medallion, no, not Medallion, Ruby, Emerald, Jet, Pearl, Sapphire. Arguably better than all those cards, because it could add mana of any color, which the artifact decks abused significantly. And it's just better, like, Affinity was out, or the artifact decks. I really can't, you know, Affinity players are like, oh, we were using it fair. Well, first off, you weren't, but there were way more lethal artifact decks out there that were playing it unfairly. And now we don't see them anymore, because there's just no more Mox Opal. Mox Opal was a mistake. Oh, this is great. Our hand is amazing versus this. We're up against Living End. I mean, Dismember sort of sucks, but we do have the Force of Negation. We've got the Hex Catcher. We got the goods. Although Force of Negation will demand a blue card. And we do also have a Mutavault to pitch to the Hexcatcher. So we have a lot of good stuff going for us. Let's start with... Sort of want to play Sveiloon, then Vile and Hexcatcher. I guess that doesn't do anything. I'm trying to play around Petty Theft. But if they really want to, they can just Petty Theft the Silvergill Adept. And also I don't think I'm risking much here. Oh, I drew another Dismember, which should suck in this matchup. I mean, there might be a point where they just start hard casting some cards, and maybe I could Dismember my Sveiloon. It's always a line. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-0. Now, while they're tapped out, I will put the Hexcatcher in play. The reason being, like, if they just play a land pass, that would be awkward. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it would be awkward.
Oh, it's the end of the world, alright.
Because I can't activate Aether Vial, because then they could Violent Outburst in response. But, I mean, I could just take my turn and then threaten to cast Hexcatcher or Violet it. Or I guess I activate Vial. If they try to combo off in response, then I just hard cast the Hexcatcher, and it's not a big deal. We're in Modern mode now, yep. All Modern, all day.
We're in Goblin mode.
No, we're not. We're in Merfolk mode. We're in Fishy mode. We stink like the sea. They're preparing for the big one.
Living End.
Grief, interesting. Yeah. Glad my counterspells are on the board. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attack for 3, 6, 7, 11. And I can sack 2 creatures after that. If we draw any creatures, that'd be great. So it's nice to win the first game versus Living End. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's base. It's not good.
Lord.
It's really bad for our opponent. It just got worse. Now they're like really close to cooked.
Lord.
Yeah, that's good. It's more fodder for the Hexcatcher. Look what I top decked. See, that's a good Sveiloon. But that's a Winmore Sveiloon. Like, I didn't need these cards. I was basically winning by the whatever I had on the board.
Pay to life. Do it.
Do it. Yeah. I dare ya. I guess they're just gonna cascade and hope I don't know how Hexcatcher works. Maybe Nikachu, the guy who wins so much with this deck. They're gonna miss the Hexcatcher line. Okay, Silvergill Adept is actually quite nice versus the Living Ends because sometimes they exhaust your resources and it's nice to have like a little extra card draw. This Caller is insane. Okay, Dismember is just straight trash. Chalice is great. Sveiloon is also sort of nice. Not in love with Trickster. Like, it's fine. That's an instant speed card, but not really that relevant. We're gonna be playing. It's like, it's okay. Maybe I could get rid of the like having 2 Sveiloons is probably clunky, so maybe I can just shave 1. Can't remember. I want to say Subtlety does something, but I don't remember why. Like it can hit an Evoke Elemental or something. It can hit Grief. Don't remember why. Why do I want Subtlety? Or is that really old tech? Subtlety hits Grief, which is fine. And it's so hard for them to play Grief again for free. So they just don't have any black cards in their deck. They have their own subs. I have so much interaction. I'm just going to try to live with what I got here. I'm going to try to live with what I got. This hand's gas. Assuming my opponent doesn't play turn 1 Grief. Then I'm screwed. Also, this hand is very vulnerable to Force of Vigor. Outright screwed. Well, that's not good news. Dumping Street Wraith. I was thinking I could dump some Sphaloons for those subtleties. Oh well. That'll learn me. Hell is this? It's got mountain cycling? Is that what we do now? For violent outburst? It's got, oh, we can get steam vents! Holy crap, it's just 1 mana. It's a 6/4 creature. Yeah, that looks good. Come on, land! So I can Tide Shaper the forest. No! Oh, we're in trouble. Can I beat a 6/4 creature? And a 3/4, maybe. Can't beat the 7/7 though. It's also kind of funny if they living end off the Shardless agent, you can use the sub you brought back to target the Shardless. Yeah. Well, that's not good because they'll just put it back on top. Yeah, maybe I'm punished for keeping this Sphaloon in here. Don't get me wrong, I like card draw versus living end. Sometimes you're expelling a lot of resources. In this case, my hand is not very good. Hold on, why is Trickster still here? I said it was garbage. Oh, so I just... Yeah, I don't like Trickster. A Trickster could have been Subtlety. Oh, still nothing. Gotta hold on to this Tide Shaper, though. It's my only hope. Okay, so they don't have anything yet. Yes! They cannot combo off with blue and red mana. They might have Fire and Ice, though. But if they do, I might be able to protect with Master of the Pearl Trident. Are you even upset if they living end against their board is if their board is crazy? They can make it maybe. It's a good point. If they have a big board. F you. There's no way I can interact with that. But they don't have it, so we can replay the Tide Shaper next turn. Like, they don't have it, whatever it is. They're short, or they just top decked it. Okay, they just top decked it. They would have played it last turn. Okay. Force negation or bust.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom!
Probably should have done this on... Maybe I should have done this on my turn. Yeah, goodbye, Silver Gill Adept. Alright. Oh, is there a chance I can come back from this? 7/7, this is too much damage. Okay, I'm gonna learn it. I've learned into my lesson. But hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna take out I'm gonna take out maybe all the Tricksters for subs. And like, if I lose cards off sub, I can like get them back with Sphaloon. I'm not really a fan of Trickster in this matchup. It's not that good. It literally is. It's just literally a Flash Bear, but it's not mandatory. Like, we play a lot of free interaction like Force Negation and Chalice of the Void, so we don't need to hold the mana up that badly. Alright, keep. So for my 10,000 deck, I use Katana Inners and Dragon Shield Outers in a boulder based
on your YouTube video.
Oh, thank you very much. You're welcome. Glad it helped. That video did so bad. We will never make another video like that again. It's too bad. Oh, crap. I can't actually cast Silver Gill Adept. I just realized that. This hand is actually quite terrible. No, I'm gonna lose it. No! Yeah, I probably should have mulliganed this. I don't even want a subtlety here. There was like, we water tested like a bunch of stuff. Waterproof tested. Ooh, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. We waterproof tested deck boxes, sleeves, inner sleeves, outer sleeves, and inner sleeves. Got like, I don't know, 5,000 or 7,000 views. Most people don't even know it existed. See, you didn't even know it. You don't even know the video I made. I screwed this up. Undo. Put the land back into my hand. I should play the island. So that if they were to Violent Outburst on my turn, I could, at my upkeep, I can force negate it, but I can't now. Oh, this hand is terrible. I shouldn't have kept the hand. The hand was just bad. Its interaction was incredibly... Oh, man. Living End got better. These cards are great. Forest cycling. So they don't even lose... Well, I mean, they always cycled it, but they get exactly mana. I mean, I think it's good. Fortunately, the opponent is doing a lot of work for us. But even if they Shardless Agent, I'm like so far behind here. I just don't have enough resources. I basically drew a bunch of lands. I drew a bunch of lands and force a negation. I desperately need like them to have nothing else. That's not bad. That is not bad. What frustrates me is they don't have any islands in play. I sort of want to attack with the Mutavault, but...
And then blow them out.
Yeah. This is a very good card to draw. Last turn. The problem with attacking with Mutavault here... It's like, even if they block, I have to play Hexcatcher. And if they play land, go for the combo again, then I have to sack my Hexcatcher to stay alive. Not ideal. But at the same time, I gotta figure out how to play to win. If they block Tide Shaper with Shardless Agent, then I have to play this thing, and then I'm really tapped out, and I only have Hexcatcher, and I can't play around anything.
Full speed ahead.
This is a very weak line, but I'm gonna pass. No, just things aren't working out for me here. Unfortunately, I didn't critically look at my hand. Oh god. They have Violent Outburst? Another one. I'm wondering, should I just sack my board? Would that be fine? What do they get? They got Grieve. A river thingy. A 5/7. Yeah, I gotta counter this. You didn't want to play Living End? Well, thank you. Oh, that was a gift. Or maybe they're very confident in their... Or did they have nothing? Do they have no more left? That can't be right. What's in exile here? 1 living end. They have 3 cards. It's possible that they have more living ends in hand. Hallelujah! Did they just not have a living end? Breeding pool.
It didn't land on one, so.
I guess not. We got a Lord. Okay, this has turned out incredibly well now. I think they have 2 living ends in hand. Very unlucky for them. Not so unlucky for me. I can't attack with a Hex Catcher. They don't have an island. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they have 2 living ends in hand. That's the only way I can explain this. It looks like they drew their living end. So I thought I was getting unlucky. Turns out they got stone cold super unlucky. Yeah. That's really unlucky because they weren't even drawing random cards. They were forest cycling and... Oh, they just had 1 forest cycle, I guess. Yeah. That's what happens when you only play 3. Well, 3 is probably the right number. Just happens. Alright, we won. I don't care how I win. I won anyway. Subtlety did nothing. Game 1 was so good. Game 2 was so bad. Game 3 was also so bad. They're just bluffing with their shardless. I mean, there's no bluff. There's nothing I can do. You sort of have to still force to play the living end to make me blink. I played against living end in a GP 5 years ago where my opponent conceded on turn 3 and showed me all 4 living ends in hand. I think they could have played it out. Here, we're going to keep this. Bit of an awkward hand. But we do have some free interaction with force negation. Like Mutavault, Ether, like 1 land Vile hands is really not that great. Even way worse when your hand is just full of double blue stuff. Oh no. Okay, I thought they were going to Thoughtseize me. It would be a death sentence. But I have a force negation, so I can interact with my opponent a little bit and dump, like, I don't know, maybe Svaeloon, maybe Trickster. Okay, I am not allowed to play my cards. Oh, I can play Dismember. You open any Lord of the Rings collector boosters? Absolutely not. My brother wanted to, and I told him it's $60 Canadian plus tax. And he's, you still gonna do it? No, he doesn't like that idea.
Feels
60
like a
bucks.
$7 booster. I'd take a shot at it.
Yeah. Demolition Field. I welcome Demolition Field at this point. So we are up against the Urborg deck. Urborgish. The Borg. Okay, Silvergill Adapt is nice. Let's see if something gets sniped down with Fatal Push. Nope. Well, what is it for American? Is it like probably like around $45 American-ish? $40 American? I guess it's $40 American. If it converts. Oh no, but there's extra tax for our stuff in Canada. No Cabal Coffers. Our opponent has the absolute worst possible start. Thank you! This is a gift from the gods. They have no idea how much they save my mana. Now I can play Silvergill Adapt off of this mana. You're better off buying a box for $500. That's my brother didn't have the $60 in the first place. Don't be mentioning numbers with more than 1 0 in it. Our opponent's just gonna have to play super honest mono black control, I guess.
I'll just buy an alpha booster.
If I can get to 2 blue sources, that'd be great. Then I can like just hard cast Force Negation. X-Catcher is great. I can play that off of the Mutavault mana. Alright, everything's going really well. $1 has 2 zeros.
Technically, yes.
Frozen's like, that's the best bang for your buck. Sometimes buying real estate property is the best bang for your buck. Doesn't mean you have the money. Okay, it's dead. This is hilarious. I guess I'm just going to try to play out all my lords. Can't remember, does Trickster do anything? Can't remember if they play with Urza Saga or not. I don't think so. Ideally, like, I give them a chance to fatal push this thing instead of this thing.
Don't charge.
This is an edict or something? The march. It's gone. Come on, island. That would give me open up my options so much. Not an island.
Not bad.
I guess I can play Sveloon and then protect the shit out of her. But this is worth force negating. I can force negation twice. Go homeless so I can buy a box of Lord of the Rings. Will the 1 of 1 ring hold its value or sink? Probably hold its value. There's not many like 1 of 1 anythings in Magic the Gathering. What is there, like the whatever 1996 World Champion? There's the Richard Garfield card. And they're basically considered priceless. I think I'm gonna hold up mana. Like, I'm just not gonna put anything in play, because if I do... Yeah, I'm just not gonna do anything. It sounds strange.
That's because it is.
But the thing is, now, if my opponent tries to kill Sveloon in response, I can just play several... If I played a creature, then they could kill. I don't really want to force negate twice. I'd rather now just spew a bunch of creatures in play and win with them.
That dismember's free now.
Well, you see my opponent's creatures in play? Yeah, that's right, there are none.
There will be.
There might be. Okay, I can put Mistcaller in play. I'm pretty prepared versus anything except a Golos. I wonder if is this Cabal Coffers? This is a lot of swamps. It's a lot of swamps. Playing the best deck in the world as well, Balder. Playing the best deck. Well, now I'm going to have Force Negation up for sure. If they feel to ruin this thing. Destroy. If it was kicked, do other things. Doesn't exile, right? Spells kick, destroy, target creature or planeswalker. The hell is this? Gonna march it now? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Whoops. Yeah, they said whoops. It was a whoopsie. Yeah. Don't worry, you gotta learn the hard way. That's how I'm gonna teach my kids. Lord.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got nothing.
Sorry, I need some more blue cards though. Oh well. Okay, we won. They ran so hard bad. That was so bad. That was so ridiculous. They just literally just played a bunch of basic lands. Never threatened to
do anything.
Yeah. Okay, Mistcaller sucks. Spreading Seas is important because it hits Cabal Coffers or Urborg. Can't remember if they play Urza Saga. I'm just paranoid of Urza Saga versus every deck these days. Trickster is gimmicky. Subtlety is good. Now, I can't remember if Aether Vial is good. This is like an attrition-based matchup. I swear they've got, like... They try to just deplete your hand with these, like... Hymn to Turok-like cards. But maybe I'm wrong. No, but... okay, Subtlety I know is good. Okay, so we need Subtlety, we need Silver Gillidapt. Subtlety is good because they have a lot of Planeswalkers. That's some of the... And also Golos is sometimes win condition. I don't know if Dismember is so important. Like, yeah, they might have Golos, but... Whatever. Trickster is not that good. I can't remember if Aether Vial is good or not.
Goodbye, John.
A Trim Vial, probably. Because is it a Thoughtseize? It's a weird deck. It's not exactly like a Thoughtseize deck. It's like not... It is attrition, but it's also like Tron. I don't remember. I think I could be stone cold wrong about Dismember. But it does hit Golos, but I don't know if they have Golos on their deck. They play Karn. Alright, maybe I'll trust you. I don't remember. I don't remember my plans. Okay, we bring the Trickster back. Deal with them Golos. And also we'll have some Dismember. I want to say Dismember hits something else too. Especially post-board, but I don't remember. Dark Lord Ace says, Shield Dread. I agree. Maybe I should have had 3 in. Okay, we have a hand of cards. I don't want to mulligan them. Keep. Island go. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Yeah, it's fine. It looks like we're gonna try to set up a situation where we play Sveloon. Actually, I have to hold on to that for something more dangerous. Merfolk. So it looks like we're gonna play Lord of Atlantis. And then we're going to try to play Sveloon and then Protector, at least with, by one removal spell with Force Negation. Yeah, it's the Cabal Coffers, yeah, deck. Except we didn't see Coffers. See a lot of these silly lands. What was this, Plague Engineer? That's fine. That was an instant. Instantly regret. Alright, this is a little bit dangerous, but this is on curve, and the upside is really great if we can untap with her. I mean, we can afford to force negate at least one thing to protect her. And they're choked on black mana unless they slam Urborg, so it's probably going to be just like one removal spell we have to deal with, and then that's it. Yeah, that is really bad right now. You have literally one swamp. Probably gonna Spreading Seas this. And actually this just doesn't add for mana. Currently it does nothing. Counter the March. Alright, let's see what happens here. I should have played a Lord, I guess. That's just great. I draw 2 lands. Drawing 1 land is good because it's on curve. Okay, so what are my options here?
Spreading Seas.
I could seize this.
Yes.
But like they don't actually add any mana with this Cabal Coffers at the moment.
Doesn't matter. It's gonna make him angry.
It will make them angry. The problem, I mean, if I seize the swamp, they play Urborg, I'm stone dead. And they can slowly field stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Another one.
This member's okay. I guess there was one alternative line. I mean, I could have played 2 Lords, protect my Sveloon. Just hope they don't have Urborg. Now I'm in a weird spot. I mean, Sveloon can die. Karn, sure. Not great. Don't get bridge. Don't get bridge. Don't get bridge. Just don't do it. The one ring. I can beat that. We beat that in Legacy. That was very easily beatable. The one ring is not what everyone thinks it is. Get rid of my Force Negation, I guess. One ring to rule them all. Okay, attack my opponent for 5. Kill Karn. Draw a card. Wish I knew I was going to draw that first hand. I guess the problem is they're going to have protection from everything next turn. That is a bit of a B. But actually, do you know what? I still draw a card off Sveilun, so this is not going to be the worst. Thoughts on, in Commander, skipping your land drop to discard a dredge card? Doesn't sound good, but I mean, you do what you gotta do if the line looks good. Like, if you have a dredge hand, you have no way to discard a dredge card, you probably should just discard for the turn. That's probably fine. The burden counter has been placed. Exile all the graveyards, that's fine. I wasn't using it anyway. Yeah, I think it sounds good. Protection from everything, huh? How about this? Salty is a great draw. Now we're prepared for like another Planeswalkers. What? No! Forgot to play my Mutavault. Dag nabbit. At least I can still play Subtlety and Dismember on the same turn. Alright. How tempted do you want to be by the ring? Yes, yes! Oh, that's the kicker. You can keep chaining the one ring into each other. That's the idea. So if you play the one ring into another one ring, you just sack the old one. Oh man, I'm gonna regret not having anything in play here. I'm gonna kill my Sveilun now. Yeah, the answer to your own one ring is to play another the one ring. They should restrict this card in all the formats. So you can't game the system like that. Okay, not playing this Mutavault now. That's catastrophic difficulties. Consequences through the roof. Shadow of Doubt. Yeah, they're gonna march this thing. What? Want to kill everything I got, huh? Yeah, but what about Sveilun? Oh, I guess they're afraid I'm gonna play Trickster or something. Do they gain life? You gain X life. Well, I'll be damned. Oh, they have Urborg in play. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Sure. That is perfectly legal line. Can I take my turn? No, you're gonna put Salty in play. Otawara. How can I use that to my advantage?
You can bounce that thing off the table.
No, I don't want to do that. Just replay it. So at least here I could have attacked with another thing. Maybe I should have played Subtlety. Well, no, I didn't know I was drawing Otawara. Another Dismember. This thing sucks. Turn the one ring into a creature. Let me kill it. We're going to take 2 life. We're going to draw so many cards. But I don't really want to bounce it, given protection from everything. Yeah, I should have played... No, I don't know what I should have done. I'm just going to pass here. Fortunately, a lot of the interaction is sorcery speed. Like, this is one of the few... No, even this is sorcery speed. So if I played, like, Subtlety at end of turn, that's a big deal. I need to get my opponent's life total low enough. Another thing, but this Mutavault doesn't matter because of the Field of Ruins and the Demolition Fields. They're totally useless. Again, our opponent is so unlucky. They didn't find another Cabal Coffers or anything out of all this. I could be in so much trouble at this point. They would just have like a bazillion mana. Is this a second ring? It is a second ring. Alright, we're seeing the interaction happen. I cannot do anything about it yet. I need to... What do I need to happen? Oh, they screwed up! Or actually, maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they did it on purpose. They have protection from everything, right? Or did they get the trigger? You cast it, you gain protection from everything. Puts the one ring, and it did cast it, but it didn't stay. Well, we'll find out in a second if it mattered or not. I'm drawing more lands. Man, these dismembers punishing me. Well, I mean, the burden counter will kill them if this goes through. Okay, did they screw up or not? No, they did not screw up. No screw up happened. Should use this. And pass. You have protection from everything except your own stuff. So you tap that ring one more time, it's gonna be the end of you. Unless I guess you play another ring. Shield Dread! Totally fine with me. Does nothing. Look at my dismembers. Oh, you all thought you're gaining life, huh? No, you are not gaining anything. Misery is what you're gaining. Absolute misery. Okay, if they don't find another one ring, they're screwed. They could find a Cabal Coffers, I guess. So you play the second ring to gain protection, leaving the other ring? Yeah.
He played it.
There it goes. There's the coffers. Alright. Let's see what baloney happens from here. Now, they do have to... Whatever they do, they've got to get rid of their own ring.
Can you bounce it just right now?
I don't want to. If I bounce it, they'll replay it and have protection from everything. Like, this will kill them.
How can they replay it?
Huh? It's 4 mana!
No, I mean the Cabal Coffers.
No, I can't bounce lands with LOTR. But wow, that line is like when you told me to play Spreading Seas at end of turn once. Since when did we play Spreading Seas at end of turn? When was the last time you remember I bounced a land with LOTR?
I didn't know it couldn't do that.
Can bounce a lot of things, but not lands. Well, this doesn't sound good. Okay, target opponent sacks a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Repeat the process for an enchantment and Planeswalker. If they can't, you lose 2 life, you draw a card. Then repeat the process for an enchantment and a Planeswalker. Yeah. I guess we get rid of subtlety. Ooh, I can get rid of an enchantment. It's not even useful right now. Okay, please die next turn. That was a great time to have put Stifle into Modern, in my opinion. That was a good opportunity to put Stifle in the format. Alright, so they have to play the ring here. Or they're dead. I don't know what else is good. Well, this is not going to work. Not perfectly, at least. So if they play Field of Ruin to kill my Mutavault, then the ring will kill them, and then that's that. Okay, they just let it resolve. That's fine. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That is not going to work out for you. You already played your land. Try to fail push something. I dare you. Alright, we won the match. I cannot help but feel I got so lucky. Just the way these games played out. Like, my opponent gave me so much time. Because it's like this matchup is like Tron. It was like my opponent just didn't find natural Tron at all. And despite drawing so many cards, just couldn't get Tron online. And then even when they had like an engine going, they couldn't chain like several One Rings together. Like I ran super hot. I mean, maybe they just didn't have enough threats to carry out the game, but it's not exactly where I wanted to waste my luck. But I think I got really lucky. Couldn't they have used field in response? Oh yeah, absolutely. They're gonna die to the One Ring though. They can't avoid dying to the One Ring next turn. They could do whatever they want, it didn't matter. Monster CC says, better lucky than good. I don't know, if you're playing for a huge tournament victory, I guess. But otherwise, I'd prefer to be good than lucky. It's hard to be lucky consistently. That's a skill that's really hard to teach. Very underwhelming hand, but I'll keep it. Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings feels a lot like Magic to me, so I was never bothered by the concept of it at all. Amber. Alright, so we're up against the Breach deck. Our hand is a little okay for the Breach matchup. Emery is so dangerous that I'm going to dismember her on the spot. I don't need her, like, being an artificial Luris with the stupid Mishra's Bauble. Force Negation is very good. I can counter Teferi. Underworld Breach itself. Dan W, welcome to the coffee crew. Remember 5 years ago I said it would be cool if they did a Lord of the Rings set because it's basically MTG with a different name? In some ways, yes. Lord Magica says, I think they could have possibly have drawn a March with the ring trigger on the stack to gain enough life. That's possible too. I got so lucky to win that. There's so many ways that could have went wrong. Another Emery. Well, I'll be damned. You're back. Okay, do I get another Dismember? Damn. No. This is not good. Now, I have the option to, like, force and negate one of these cards permanently into oblivion, but... Anyway, not good. This is also a very good matchup. So I'm happy about that, but this hand's not turning out very well. What are we missing here? Sack an artifact. Target player mills 3 cards. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you may untap Grinding Station. You can't go infinite yet. You need the you need Underworld Breach. But they're fueling the graveyard. Counter it. No, I'm going to give you a chance. Absolutely not. I am top decking so terribly this league. Like, it's so bad. My top decks are just miserable. I just drew garbage every single turn. Alright, what do we got here? We got, gonna get some Mishra Bauble action. Richie says, I know someone who quit Modern over Lord of the Rings. That was the final straw. Kind of weird final straw to me. Yeah, me too. Anyway, say goodbye to them. It's fine. It's Plenty more people that are gonna stay. Look how I babied. You see how I babied that Tide Shaper for forever? Just waiting for that Urza Saga. Now it has arrived. Oh God, you too? Damn it! Everyone's playing this damn card. Look at the synergy. You untap your grinding station, everything. Alright, now what do we want? I'm like, can we have True Name Nemesis in Modern now? Is that okay? So they have pro everything, so pointless attacking. With a Mutavault, just blow up the Urza Saga. And be gone on with my day. They have a soft lock, do they? Oh, so they can sack and they bring back, but they need they're missing a mana to do that. Actually, hold on. Damn. Yeah, I can't even interact with my Trickster very well. So they're one mana short from locking me out. Okay, draw some cards. Okay, I'm screwed. Oh, this doesn't work. They can, in response, like, sack the one ring, then just target it. Yeah, okay. So we need a force and negation to break through this crap. Actually, we just need another dismember. We're not really losing to Emery, we're losing to Luris. Emery is just acting like Luris right now. I drew garbage for a few turns. And now this is like Luris. Now it's not a soft lock. They're taking 1 damage every turn. Eat it. Modern is still the premier competitive format. Don't let anyone tell you differently. It is above and beyond way more popular than Pioneer. You name a format, a competitive format, Modern is going to blow it out of the water. Damn it. I'm just going to attack out of principle. Oops. It's a soft lock. They don't need to add the burden counter. Oh, I see. Yeah, so they don't need to draw a card. They just repeatedly sack the thing. Well, they chose not to do it this turn. I guess I'm gonna die. How am I gonna die a horrible, horrible death? This might be the first time I'm gonna be bringing in Chalice of the Void versus this deck. I usually don't do that because I don't find it necessary. El Gran Fatso says Modern is turning into Legacy. Well, that was just naturally going to happen anyway. Look, maybe no one remembers, but at 2018 to 2019, Modern was just absurdly stupid. Like, there was just no interaction to do anything. And the games were awful. And, like, it was just combo central everywhere. It was Dredge. It was just Dredge, Tron, Phoenix, Hogak, KCI. You want to go back to that? Like, we needed the pitch elementals. We needed force and negation. Like, we really, literally needed all those cards. How am I alive? What happened here? Do they have removal? They don't have protection from everything. I think they're gonna die. Unless they drew something off that last bauble.
Lord.
Lord for great justice. Alright, let's see what happens. Attack you, because I may not get another turn. Ah, you just drew that, didn't you? We needed to draw a Lord. Oh, they didn't need it. I don't really oh, they must have screwed up or something. Or, I don't know. Maybe they're just, maybe they actually have so much removal it doesn't even matter. Okay, maybe it was the opposite end. They were so in control it didn't matter. People yeah, so El Gran Fatso says, nah, you're right. People complain about Modern Horizons 2 a lot, but ironically, it made the game a lot more interactive. Way more interactive. Like, the games don't end on turn 2 anymore. Turn 2/3. Look, we're on turn 7. It is a bit different than, say, Legacy. Like, this is Modern's more of a really snowball-y format, but then you can snowball back at your opponent with your own snowball effect. One ring has come back again. Doesn't feel like there's one ring whatsoever. It feels like 4 rings. 4 rings to rule them all. 4 rings to find them. 4 rings to bring them all. And on the battlefield, bind them.
Remember waiting an hour to download the Lord of the Rings trailer?
Oh yeah, like for the movie a billion years ago.
In QuickTime format.
Yeah. Man,
like
it was worth
standard definition dimensions.
So worth it at the time. Give me a Lord. I don't even know why this game is still going on. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. Can't deal with this stupid. Do I kill attack? Do I attack Teferi? Hold on. This thing came into play, right? Can I still attack my opponents like planeswalkers? Okay. We got the business now. The business has arrived. Let's take away their white man, I guess. I have an answer to the ring. Although I'm sure they're just gonna play a land and it won't matter. Yeah, Lord Magicka sees the hope. What are the odds my opponent doesn't have a land in hand, though? Why has this game gone on for this long? Opponent's doing something wrong. You think the One Ring is bad in Modern? Wait till the Sonic Screwdriver. Dr. Robotnik's, I don't know, what's an evil attack Dr. Robotnik does? Dr. Robotnik sucks.
Yeah, it's machines.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I could have technically countered it, but I would have sacked my board and Emery wouldn't care. Man, this game is exhausting for no reason. We got a Ragavani. We got an Emery. Emery is back. Can I just say, if my opponent didn't play a second Emery, this game would just be over. Game would have been over so long ago. I just had a very poor clock versus an Emery that could draw 2 cards a turn. That's not a bad card to draw. It's not bad. I like it. Now, here's the cool thing. So I attack Teferi with both these. If they block with both, I mean, they don't get to keep looping the One Ring. Yeah. They protected attack. Alright, I got a Sveiloon. They went through their whole deck. Are they gonna mill? Hey, you know what? It's not out of question that they just mill themselves. Like, do they just have one Underworld Breach left in their deck or something? Oh, maybe. Oh, wait. They just have Thassa's Oracle in hand. They're just gonna wait till I have no cards left, and then that's it. That's probably the plan here. They have Thassa's Oracle in hand. They're just gonna win by hard casting the damn thing. Okay, for the first time, they cannot recycle the stupid One Ring. So it's the One Ring versus all my crap. But it also looks like I'm just gonna get Thassa's Oracled to death. Damn it, I'm not seeing Thassa's Oracle in this graveyard. But they also don't have much blue devotion. Alright, here we go. Another artifact. Okay, there's a point where maybe I've got to, like, counter something. Shoot! There's only one card left. Maybe I was supposed to counter, like, one of those artifacts earlier. F me! Yeah, can't counter that. Okay.
Unbelievable.
I dead. What was I drawing next turn? Oh well. I shouldn't feel like that game should have been close anyway. Okay, Mistcaller, trash. Tide Shaper, great. Silver Gill Adept, great. It's actually one of the few matchups where I like Silver Gill Adept. Trickster, awkward, not really necessary. But it's good for hitting the Urza Saga tokens, I guess. Force Negation, perfect. Dismember, perfect. So that's the thing, like there's... Maybe I'm going to get rid of some Trickster. I don't know. Like, I don't really like Chalice. At all. I usually have such an insane win rate versus this deck by doing nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Subtlety deals with Teferi. I know I've brought Subtlety in the past, but it's not mandatory. It doesn't interact with the One Ring, which doesn't really rule them at all.
Where's Circle's Recall?
It's not necessary. Okay, I'll bring in some Chalices. I usually don't bring it in, though. I just keep it with the Tricksters, and that's it. Everything else is irrelevant. Bring in the... Oh, the Seas! Yeah, I should side out the Tricksters for the Seas. That's actually a good point. I screwed up.
Yep.
So when we win this, they're going to bring in those Seas. His hand is okay. I think I'll start off with one Tide Shaper. Ugh, do I even want to do that? No. This hand's not really that good. Because I can't deal with any creatures, really. Alright, that's not bad. So I have the option to... Like, I do like to keep the Tide Shapers back. So now we can play Trickster or Hexcatcher. Sacred Foundry.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'll just throw it at Trickster. Not that I'm throwing it away, I mean. Just put something on the battlefield. Sure. I have a little bit of an option to play like a Tide Shaper and like give myself something to throw away a Tide Shaper. Oh, they have a lot of removal, huh? I guess I can throw away the Mutavault if they... Oh, but they only have like 1 mana removal here. Yeah. Okay. Pass. I might pass and do nothing for a few turns and make them play something. There we go. That's what I want to see. Something for my Tide Shapers to eat. Okay, we'll just counter this. This is like one of the ideal situations. Oh, hold on. Actually, no. I can cancel. I can sack the Mutavault. I don't really need the Mutavault.
Pro plays.
Yeah. Then I can play Tide Shaper, eat the Urza Saga. And then we have some creatures on the battlefield. Get a little bit of pressure going on. Yeah, I'm very patient with Tide Shaper. Like, Urza Saga is just a card that can win by itself. So I try to sandbag my Tide Shapers for as long as possible. F you! Well, they're throwing away an Underworld Breach, so it's a 2 for 2. Fury's worse when I'm under a lot of pressure. Here it's like... I mean, I'm still not happy about it, but they're not in any position to like make a huge comeback anyway, so... Gotta save them force negations. Sure. You're a 2/4 creature now. It's funny enough. Yeah, they're not doing very well at the moment. I guess I'll play this file and do nothing? Maybe I'll play a Tide Shaper. What's the worst that could happen? I guess the worst that can happen is I have to throw my force negation away into another force negation. You don't have a counterspell. You can't have a counterspell here. It's like impossible. If they have another Fury, that'll be infuriating. That'll be infuriating if they have another Fury. Here comes the attack. So I guess the idea is I block, they kill, whatever. Oh, I can't block. It has Island Walk. It's threatening nothing. Couldn't even block if I wanted to. Yeah, you know what? Given my hand, that's not bad. I'm fine the removal's being used on the Ether Vial. Okay, I have time. I have time. We have time here. I want to keep my force negation for something much more important. So we're going to just probably trade a little bit of damage for a little while. Play Vial, which is also nice. So if I can, the good thing about Vial is if I draw an island, then I don't have to 2-for-1 myself with force negation. I can just like 1-for-1 removal after that. Well, also if they have the 1 ring, I mean, I desperately need to counter that. What are you guys talking about in chat? Right, Force Will, if Force Will is printed, oh yeah, I'm countering that. Never gonna let that resolve. Unfortunately, I dumped 2 force negations for that, but it was worth it. I guess one thing the deck now has going for it is I have to counter both, what's it called? I have to counter both Underworld Breach and Underworld Breach and the One Ring, so it's exhausting my my force negations. Is One Ring playable in Legacy? Absolutely. Legacy plays with everything. That's a good card. How much is 1 ticks? $1 US.
Just about.
Time to bring. Well, no, I think Spell Pierce is pretty bad in this matchup because they're pretty mana efficient for the most part. I don't really feel like I'm disadvantaged here. I mean, the game is still pretty level. They just cycled their expressive iteration for a card. This is very good. I guess I'm going to attack.
Yeah, you do that.
So if I hit them for 3, they go to 11. But if I hit them for 2, they go to 12, and it's still a 2-turn clock. Okay, so that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm going to like because if they hard cast a Fury, I mean, I guess it won't harm me either. But well, if they hard cast Fury, I guess they're just gonna nuke this thing. Also, I wouldn't mind if they hard cast a Fury and kill my Lord of Atlantis. Makes their Thassa's Oracle smaller. For some reason, there is like 5 different versions of Time Warp. Yeah, of course. People love their... oh, God. Well, so am I dead? I feel like I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay. Yeah, am I lost? I think this is like... there's 2 Mishra's Baubles in the graveyard. No, they have to get... they don't have a grinding station or anything. So they can draw a few cards off of this. Equal to the number of, like... 3 cards in their graveyard. Maybe they'll go get a Teferi. They have 2 Unholy Heats. Which means... well, let's see what they do here. No, they have 1 Unholy Heat now. Well, looks like they're going to go for a Teferi. Okay. Yep. I'm doing nothing about that. I guess it's going to plus? Oh, no. Okay. Playing land. Shocking. I don't like the look of that. For my expertise, the best thing to do is kill this damn Teferi. But it's not possible. And pass the turn. How bad can all this get? Urza Saga. Maybe I can win before that becomes relevant. Unless they start playing the ring, then maybe I'm toast. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. Yeah, that's not good. Well, that's also a reason I hate playing with Chalice of the Void, because they can just EE on 0. So what do I gotta do? I gotta play... ugh, I need 3 drops. Oh yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons I bring in Subtlety. I sort of always relearn my sideboard plans after the fact. We still don't have that Spreading Seas for this card. Oh boy. Okay, there is some good news. I can dismember the Thassa's Oracle. Then make them pop the engineer explosives as they want to save their Teferi. So it is 1 for 1. But they might just let it go. Okay. That's a pretty good result. That is a pretty good result. So we're going to play another one of these. We do have a Trickster for one of the tokens, which they're not forced to play right now. Oh, another Teferi.
No.
I think they're going to play another Teferi, which I'd be really happy with. If they go another Teferi, bounce Master of the Pearl Trident, I'll just replay it, attack Teferi, and then they'll try to make an Urza Saga token, I'll Trickster it and kill it. That would be ideal. We're both at 8 life, though. It is another Teferi. Alright, so let's see what happens with this other Teferi. Maybe they'll go up. Nope, they bounce this. Alright, this might work out for me. It might. I mean, they might have removal and like it just doesn't matter. But I'm just thinking, like, this is the greatest squandering of their resources from my perspective. Because if they have another Teferi, they're actually best off just passing the turn. But they just don't know what I have in my hand. Yeah, Smoothie is done. Okay, so they got an Urza Saga. They think it's going to protect them, but it's not. And I'm hoping that they activate the Urza Saga so I can pop at least one of the constructs. Not have to deal with that crap. Dismember can deal with the other Urza Saga token. Okay, so they activate. Pop it off. Get rid of Teferi. Yep, okay, that's all very ideal. Okay, they play Ragavan, they play... I wonder, did they get rid of all their creatures? We haven't seen any creatures. Just Thassa's Oracle. It's like they sided out their Ragavans. Or whatever. So now what's happening? They're gonna go get, like, I don't know, Mishra's Bauble? It's pathetic. Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's a good card. Oh god, are they gonna play Fury? Ah! Just when this game just when I thought this game was getting interesting, this stupid card shows up. How rude. Okay, give me a Sveloon to respond with. No. No. Well. So how long is it gonna take till it gets really tiring to play against the One Ring? Or maybe they pushed it on purpose so that it would get banned, just like all the other iconic cards in this game. Yes. Okay, in response, I probably should just kill this thing in response. Just in case they get too much stuff. Monster CC was tired yesterday. Mind over matter with One Ring. Oh my god. Well, you deal a bunch... No, you don't deal a bunch of damage to yourself. Yeah, that's a pretty good combo. EE. Now that's a card I was tired with 10 years ago. But it's still here. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so how much time do I have left? Well, not much. I mean, I'm basically toast. I'm not coming back from this. It was tiring from when it used to cost black. Really higher concentration of merfolk than you. We're gonna say no to this. We're gonna say yes to this. And I don't even know it can save me here. No, Trickster is not good. Because the stupid engineered explosives. And they sack the one. Oh yeah, they're back to the soft block world. Am I gonna die to an Emery with a shadow spear on it? The one ring to rule them all. What happened to grinding? Oh, grinding station got blown up by the engineered explosives. All right, okay, so maybe there's still a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance. F me. They're drawing well. They're drawing the cards that they need. I am not drawing the cards that I need. I think I'll tick one up to 3, one up to 2. And pass. It's really just the Teferi protection thing. I don't find Teferi is really that troubling for us. I mean, we have Island Walk, for crying out loud. Yeah, they have drawn a lot more cards than me. They keep drawing with Teferi. I'll keep playing just in case, but like looks like it's just over. They do have, okay, hold on, there is one, well, I don't know if this is a really big thing for me, but like, one thing going for me is they still are running out of cards. They would need Underworld Breach to win with Thassa's Oracle. Okay, well, there's that. There's that. So they can just win right now? Pretty sure they can just win right now. Okay, they have 1/0 drop. Not, well, okay, they'll figure it out. Yeah, sorry, they don't have many cards left in their deck. I'll just make them execute the combo, but they'll just mill a bunch of cards into their graveyard or just bring some stuff back. I don't even know why they're doing this. Maybe they're playing around something. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, play around some counter magic just in case. King Ginger says, hey guys, how do we get Necropotence back in Modern? What do you mean back in Modern? You make it sound like it ever was playable there. It was never playable in Modern. It was stone cold. Well, it wasn't banned. It was just never legal. It's one of those cards. Matchup seems rough. Matchup is really, really, really good, and I highly doubt the ring changes that. The card that we effectively lost to was Emery, which we have a lot of answers to. We have Dismember, but like they, it's funny, we had Dismember this entire game, and we just basically spent it on like more useless cards. Are we just dying to Emery beats here? No, the matchup is good. Matchup is very good. I don't know what my win rate is, but like it's very, very, very high. But we did get 2-0'd in this case. And I don't know if they're close. I can't tell. Like I had a hand of cards. I'm not gonna complain.
One ring is stupid.
My hands could have been better, but they weren't bad. Some were awkward, but like, you know, honestly, I think the game played out the way I wanted to for the most part. You know, we were able to counter it to Teferi, and we were able to hit an Urza Saga. Maybe it would have been better if we had Spreading Seas in our deck. We did not, and I should side out the what's it called? All the Tricksters. Trickster's just pointless. It's not a particularly strong card. King Ginger's like, I've never played Modern. I know, but you play the Coffee and MTG game. The EEs made a big difference. Yeah. I could play around those a little bit by having Subtlety in the deck afterwards. Anyway, matchup didn't play out in our favor. Now I will say, like, the One Ring makes their deck better. So before I had an insanely high win rate versus them, and now the win rate has to come down a little bit because they have this one ring Emery loop, which is just awful. And it gives them a lot of cards, just enough cards. But it's more than that. They need the one ring and they need a grinding station. So they actually need 3 cards in play to make that work. And in both games, they had that combo online where they have the one ring and grinding station. One thing that also could have helped is if I drew a blue source earlier so I didn't have to pitch 2 force negations to the one ring. So just enough stuff worked out in our opponent's favor that they squeezed in a 2-0 victory. It balances out for beating that Urborg deck. They could just have 2 one rings. Well, no, because one of them will get dumpstered to the graveyard, right? Oh, you mean 2 one? Oh, I get it. 2 one rings and 1 Emery. This hand's great. Keep. We did not win the die roll, but hopefully I didn't need it. Burn! Yeah, it's burn. And their hand is quite poor to start it all off. Trying to think. If they start off with turn 2 Eidolon, I might just want to start attacking with Mutavault. Maybe? Because I'm not going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to attack with Mutavault. You got full Boros Burn Frozen? Nice. Now, if they don't play Eidolon, then I could just play Hexcatcher. It's not a big deal. Yeah, they don't play it. So I guess... Well, they're not holding up Searing Blaze. I guess they're just holding up Skullcrack or something. Sure. Oh god, that's a bad card in this matchup. I think I'm just gonna pass. I'll play Hexcatcher and probably defend it with pitching Force Negation, throwing away a Trickster, or maybe I'm not. I would hate to play Hexcatcher and then my opponent like responds with like a Searing Blaze for 1. That would be so crappy. I guess that's what it's the world we're gonna live in. Okay, that one I don't like at all. Actually, maybe I let that live. Maybe I let that go. I take 3, go to 10. I'm gonna have so many creatures on the battlefield. I just need to protect my creatures. Oh, that's great. Okay, hold on. I think I need to play for max damage, though. So I will activate, put a Lord in play, and then activate Mutavault and deal a ton of damage. Or I'll deal 6 damage. Next turn, I'll deal like a ton more. They're pretty choked on mana. Sure. Okay, I don't want to die to a Boros Charm at my upkeep, so... Gotta counter something. But I'm gonna hoof them now for a huge ton of damage that they cannot avoid. And I can probably spare a few, like sacrificing a few creatures. So what is this? 9, 12 damage, 5. Yeah, I can sack 2 creatures and I should win. So they're now in a spot where they have to start like killing off my creatures. No, yeah. Alright, burn. We're on. This matchup is so play draw dependent. We're gonna be on the draw, so I don't want Spreading Seas effects, but on the play I do. On the draw I do want Harbinger. I also want Subtlety. I'll take even Chalice of the Void. We definitely don't want Dismember. Mistcaller and Tide Shaper are both poor. I might want to have one though, to have something to do on the draw. Or do I? I think I would rather have Silvergill Adept than Trickster. Especially since I'm gonna pitch. Especially if I'm gonna do a lot of pitching with Force Negation and Subtlety. I need the card draw back with Silvergill Adept. You know what? I have so many things to do on turn 1. I have Vile, Force Negation, Subtlety, potentially. So I'll just get rid of all the Tide Shapers and we'll bring in Trickster. On the play, I would side out Harbinger and bring in the Seas. And I'd bring in Tide Shaper back. Sounds okay. We'll have to try. We're going to try to get to a point where we can get Svelun in play. And hopefully protect her. Sure. Yeah, that's a pretty good start for us. No turn 1 creature. I would have Subtlety to turn 1 creature.
Goblin Guide.
Did I register 62 cards? Are we just finding this out at the very end? What the hell? What was I doing? I didn't even realize that. Okay, wait, we gotta. I don't have to force. No, we have to force this. Pitch. Trickster. Pitch a Trickster. Okay, they're like, nope. Nope.
Wow.
I don't want to play this out. Okay, apparently I screwed up my deck. No, hold on, 60. Yeah. Oh, you're saying, post board I put in 62. Okay, so yeah, I probably should have just taken out, I don't know, Trickster or something. Oh, I thought I registered 62 cards in the main and 15 cards in the sideboard. Post board. Okay, so I just screwed up once. That's okay. It happens. It happens. It all worked out. It worked out. It was all fine. Okay, hold on. Deck tech. We didn't see the Bowmaster. We saw plenty of the One Ring. That's the new hotness. That's the key. We got to beat the One Ring.
They gotta ban that card.
We do have, but I think we have the tools. I mean, Force Negation is a big card. Hexcatcher's a big card. Sometimes they'll kill themselves. I guess in theory, Surgical Extraction would deal with it, sort of. So they can't loop it too many times. What else can I say? Not that I would bring in Surgical right now in this metagame. The other option is, I mean, I honestly, like, against the Breach deck, Dismember, I think between Dismember and Force Negation, that should be more or less enough to deal with the One Ring Menace. Do you think there is a world where we play main deck Pierce for? No. I really don't think it's that threatening. And Pierce is just so bad versus the rest of the meta. It's like really awkward. Like, even if you're up against Crashing Footfalls or say Living End, if they know about it, they'll just wait you out. They'll do other things at 3 mana, like Brazen Borrower or, you know, Omnath, or play a hard cast Subtlety, hard cast Grief, and then get to the point where they just beat you. So I'm really not particularly threatened. Pithing Needle's possible, but there's a lot of artifact destruction in the form of Force of Vigor out there. But maybe it doesn't matter. Like, the problem is, like, Pithing Needle is actually quite weak in Modern. Between Prismatic Ending, Force of Vigor, and a lot of other artifact hate, there's just like a huge abundance of answers. Merfolk Artifact Hater. Honestly, the Merfolk Artifact Hater is counterspells. Like I said, I think we're doing good. I think our games versus the Breach, I think the Breach player had good hands, good draws. We had awkward hands. It was fine. Like, we had okay hands, but not great. The games didn't play out perfectly in our favor because we had to 2-for-1 ourselves with Force Negation. And then when the game was even, they drew bombs. They had bomb after bomb after bomb. We lost the match. I would have to play a lot more, but I don't think the One Ring is going to be that dangerous, at least in Modern. I might be more fearful of it in Legacy. Trying to bring back Annul for the Breach in the Ring. Triumphs really break Prismatic Ending. Oh yeah, and Leyline Binding can deal with it. There's a lot of answers. Well, anyway, so we got 2 3-2s today. That's fine. Nothing great, nothing terrible. Still like the deck. Fortunately, we didn't see any Bowmasters. Hopefully, there will be no Bowmaster. I think would be devastating in Modern because it hits Tideshaper, hits Mistcaller, hits Silvergill, it hits everything. I'm a little less concerned about it in Legacy for some reason. I have True Name Nemesis, but I don't have True Name Nemesis here. All right, so thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you all next time.